Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we are actually starting the fleet again.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
so this session we'll be kind of going over what has happened with our new group, the adventures, as it were. So what I'm going to do is I'll actually have everyone kind of introduce themselves again, and then as we're doing that, hopefully I can get everyone's name tags, like spelt right and everything, so which is really fun. Yeah. All right.
We all had really complex names. They have like no vowels in them, and they're like 10 letters long. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Chris Carlson,
Okay.
and my inventive name of my character is Karis.
Ooh.
With a K or a C?
It's a K. It's K-A and then apostrophe. I don't
Oh,
know.
apostrophe?
And then Riss.
Kardashian.
R-I-S.
R-I-S. Okay.
Okay.
Karis.
Okay. All right.
You should change it to Kariz.
Kariz.
Do
Oh
that.
yeah, I'll be cool with the kids now. Yeah, that's right.
Whatever. Okay. Okay.
The K wasn't exotic enough. You have to throw a Z in there
Yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's do background
Yep.
like that. Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty
dark,
cool.
gloomy. Yep. Fits
Okay.
character. Okay.
There's that, and let's see here. You're on the left. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this a little bit different since you're the way you guys are
I
seated.
messed it up already.
No, it's
Alrighty.
okay. It's okay. Now,
Now, I am Lyra, so Lyra.
okay.
Lyra.
So what I'll do is I'll do one of these slash things.
Beautiful.
Is that appropriate,
Yes.
Nikki? Okay.
Yep.
And then we'll do.
Chris /
Spaces.
Karis.
Right, no, you did it backwards.
No, well, that's not even mine, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
So that's what. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and my name's Preston.
Alrighty.
But my character's name is Jack Harlow.
How
So
did I do
Jack.
They
Okay.
inverted?
It somehow inverted it.
Okay, that's cool. You know you can do that now.
I've known, but I've never done it with control.
Or
so,
intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. So.
We're good at this, we're professionals.
Oh yes. So let's add another text
Okay.
window.
Jack Harlow.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds like a pirate name.
Yeah, it doesn't, you know.
Captain Jack.
Or a curly haired rapper.
That as well. Either way.
Okay. So do you go Jack like that? Is that appropriate?
Yes.
Okay.
Question? That's mysterious, I like it.
And then we go to. And then we go this. Okay. And we move it down like this.
Beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Look at that. We're so
Look at that.
professional.
And
Okay, alright.
I'll actually.
Yeah, cover up the buttons.
Yeah.
Cover.
I gotta figure. If I had.
No, you can cover it up with his name.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I can actually do it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why is his name bigger than ours?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I'm covering up the buttons.
All our names are the same. Who cares if mine's just a little bit bigger?
We're all
you know?
equal here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's a winner.
Yep. My name's
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
You're Abel. I'm Kate.
Add existing. Okay. There. I've already made this one before. Oh, I did
I
it.
don't like.
Yes. Perfect.
No.
Perfect sense. Oh.
Oh, there you go. Make it the biggest one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. We've got names and stuff.
Nice.
All right.
All right. So, who would actually like to?
What are we going for? I mean, what, like, are we start of the fleet, the game, or picking that back up from?
Well,
You
actually,
could do
I was gonna do where you guys started, and then I'd go
Okay.
go back. So because
Mist will roll in and
like for instance, Preston and Nikki may have missed parts in the original story.
Yes,
So
they did.
yeah. So who would actually like to describe how things have happened in our minis? How many sessions has it been? Like two or three?
three.
Yeah, 3.
I'll start.
This is session 4. So this
You
is
can
we had
fill
3.
in.
Okay, cool. Numbers.
So, yeah. So we, all of our characters actually did not know each other starting out. My character is named Lyra, and she is a tabaxi. And if anyone out there isn't a bunch of nerds, that means it's like a cat person,
Yeah,
like on the movie Cats.
but not creepy.
But not so terrifying.
Those I haven't even watched it because like watching the trailer, I'm like,
Hair.
Gives you like chills and.
oh my. Like I saw, like my mom bought me the Broadway production of it.
I liked that.
Well, the
I
makeup
liked
on
it.
that made sense.
Yeah.
The makeup made like, why do you have to ruin it? Like yeah. So
Whoever's decision that was like the uncanny valley is surreal. Watching parts. Of it. I don't know whose decision that was. Anyways,
I'll just blame J.J. Abrams since I blame him for everything else, and Catherine Kennedy.
Yes.
So
for ruining your childhood.
So
no.
she's not as creepy as that.
Okay, good.
But she does have dark brown hair,
Okay.
and she's
Who's this?
actually based off of a what is called a Oriental short hair cat.
Show your.
Show my,
Yeah,
my
that'd
thing.
be better.
I don't know if I'll be able to see it.
It'll be better than. Yep, that's better.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see it. There we go. That's her.
No.
And so I was in town trying to dig up answers, looking for someone,
Yep.
looking for a family member that's gone missing. And while I'm just, minding my own business, trying to dig up information, I get kidnapped.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so does,
Catnap.
yes,
Aha.
catnap. And so does everyone else.
Yep.
So
For different reasons.
Most
You were-
awesome character in the world, Draven Lorehowl, having another bender in a bar, and then because he was
he
trying
got
to find,
caught with his pants down, actually.
he was relieving himself in the alley, and after being the most awesome thing in the world, and finding other cool people like him throughout the world, and he ended up in a bag.
In the bag.
Yeah.
Not just on the head like the
Yeah,
rest
no,
of it.
yeah.
Because
Like,
his stature is a little bit.
yeah, because he's a forest gnome, and big personality, not big in size.
Not a little man syndrome thing or anything.
No, it's all true.
Oh, all true. Okay. Yeah, same situation. My guy Jack was, taking his time around the taverns, playing his songs, singing his heart out, enjoying himself, and came across an elf with mysteriously color-changing eyes, and kind of said the wrong thing. Didn't know what he said. Said something peculiar,
Yep.
peculiar enough for him to get grabbed, snatched as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in the city. It was Claros. Claros. Is that the name of the city itself?
Yes.
Oh, I wrote that down.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Yeah, so then we ended up in this weird underground version of the city that was strange and magical because things were bigger on the inside than they seemed, and we ended up in this giant library
Yep.
where we met someone called Vlag.
Yep. Flag. A bugbear.
A very fancy and well-dressed and dapper individual.
Yep.
And we got taken into his mansion,
Yep.
which has dancing apparitions and all kinds of moving apparatuses in a
Very interesting sights.
almost in a parallel world that's under the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, and so this Vlag, who is the
Flag.
Vlag, who is
Croissant.
Croissant, Vlag, who is the wharf master of the fleet.
Yes.
I'm reading my notes. I also have written down the collective equals scary. So there's that.
Yep, that's very good.
He basically asks us for help because he has a very special problem that requires magic to not really be used. And we get sent into the sewers along with Dart is his name.
Yep.
Good old Dart.
And if you want to describe him.
All right. Well, you've got a individual in skull motif full plate with a great sword. Just so happens he might have 2 to 4 tentacles popping out from underneath his helmet, writhing every once in a while. Doesn't use anything other than mental communication. Strong silent type, you know.
A little scary.
Has
but
a craving for brains occasionally, or her
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes. But you know.
And so Claros is the head base, the head city of the fleet, which is this big old thieves guild, and their rivals are the collective. And so this may be the spawning. We're investigating what could be the starts of a outbreaking of some kind of conflict between the two, and an attempt to.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is basically our initiation into the fleet, is to go investigate their attempts, the collective's attack on the fleet.
Yep.
Involved Mage Rivers.
Yep.
Mage Rippers.
Rippers.
Rippers!
Mage rippers.
So, yeah.
As we go through the sewers, of course, me being the greatest gnome in the world,
The bravest.
the bravest, well, all everything, most adjectives and adverbs, and nouns.
And all expletives.
Yes, exactly. Going through, and we fight Mage Rippers, which are,
Literally the size of a cue ball.
yeah, they're like massive mounds of gnawing and snarling evil fluff balls with tiny little stick figure legs
Yep.
that screech and squeal
Yeah.
and devour magic and every other sort of thing
Yep.
that gets thrown at them. And we're not lucky. I'm never lucky, as Draven Lorehowl was, and we destroyed them
Yep.
masterfully.
Yep.
We
Found.
used fire to our advantage. We led
Yep.
them into a trap.
Found
Yep.
out they were being dropped there by 2 people of the collective. We found one of the people who is very badly disfigured.
When he lashed out, and he might have gotten his
Dart had a little snack.
yeah, his
Noggin nibble.
yep, noggin nibble. And
Pre-game snack.
yep, pregame snack, and I believe Jack just stood there like
Yep.
just is like
Yep.
like hearing the crunch sound and then the
Mm.
You heard the slurping when you get to the end of your cup, like when you're
Yep.
trying to get the last. You
yep.
heard it. Heard it.
Yep.
Verbal. Oh yeah.
Yep, and then let's see here. Jack found a note on that individual and read it and got hit with a bunch of bad magics.
Almost immediately died.
Yep. Yep.
Before the fighting even started.
Yep. Before anything
Before
happened.
the fight.
Yeah.
This is the pre-pre. Yeah.
Yep.
This is before combat.
Yep. And then combat did happen. Dark kind of stepped into it and just kept getting pummeled by those things.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Lyra did the cool jump.
Yeah.
Fell onto him.
Just fell straight.
And then she
Almost
got
died.
intoxicated, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
I did. I had a
A flask.
a bottle that smelled very strong, and I thought, well, I'll take a little swig just for some courage before I.
Liquid courage.
Yeah, and I did not make that Constitution save, and I was
Lightweight.
just
Wait.
completely plastered for the rest of that fight.
Yep.
But I did live somehow, even though I
Yep.
almost shot Dark with
Yep.
an arrow, or
Yep.
with
No,
it
you
wasn't
almost
an arrow. It
busted
was
the
a,
glass over the back of his head
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
with that same alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. And so actually I gave everybody kind of like a gave kind of like an inspiration. So they had a moment where they could roll to actually kind of see what they randomly remembered that what they had in their pack. And so some people found alchemist fire. Some people found was it just oil or
Tanglefoot.
yeah, Tanglefoot bag, which is they're handy.
Yep.
And then you talked some of the were-rats that were actually helping you out of some of their alcohol.
Beautifully painted railroads. That's
Yep.
what they were.
Mr. Humble.
Yep.
Yeah. But you found the 2 containers that the Mage Rippers were dropped off in. And then you went back to Vleg, who thanked you and kind of sent you out to go to the bar to kind of unwind.
Yep.
And I think Jack learned a little bit too much about Rigor.
Yes. But involuntarily, I had my mind was opened to the depths of just a fraction of what Rigor is capable of.
Yep.
And I had to, after that experience, I had to kind of like calm down with some music to like
Yep.
distract my mind for everything I just experienced. So I had a jam session with the ogre playing the piano that was way too small for him.
Yep.
And he had extenders on his fingers. I remember that because it was too difficult for his big old fingers to actually
Yep.
work it. So,
Yep.
which is even harder, which is even more impressive that he's
Yep.
still able to be committed to play it still. So,
Yep. And then I really think that there was a connection that Lyra had with someone. And
Yeah, there was a blossoming because, of
Yeah.
course,
Pure charm.
Draven.
I was excited to see where it could have gone, you know.
I know there was
Yeah.
a blossoming romance between Lyra and Draven, but Draven
Until
got
tragedy
got
struck.
himself in a little predicament
maybe into a pickle.
before anything
Yeah.
could even
Big as a
start.
pickle. Why don't you tell us about
Yeah,
it?
why don't you
Yeah.
fill us in?
No, it was a simple misunderstanding. Simple misunderstanding. He was hogging all the ladies and wasn't even let him get the show of Draven.
Who was?
This
Yeah, there's
this beautiful tall elf man. Nobody cares, but Draven was being cool, and all the other ladies were pointed the other way, so he went and danced up on their table. Just so happened to be that the elf man was sitting at that table and was annoyed for some reason.
and he was he intoxicated or not intoxicated?
Who? The individual? The Draven was clearly intoxicated, but
Yes.
it doesn't
Yes.
matter. He's always
The life of
appropriate
Yeah.
and very well spoken, never uncouth.
Yeah. Mm.
And so he kept on dancing, and he got the fever and
The
Then-
disco fever.
the disco fever,
Yes.
and he did not dance the night away. But the individual decided to
Well, what did you say to the
Got a little
individual?
argument.
Yeah.
got a little argument, and he choked me or something. Like he missed his hands placement. He was meaning to pat me on the shoulder, but he accidentally choked me. And then I told him what I would do to him if he didn't stop choking me.
And what was that?
That said I would kill him with my bare hands.
Yeah.
And my hands turned into bare hands.
Yep. So his phalanges started to slaw off as the bear claws kind of formed out of his hands and fur formed around, and he pretty much just got flicked in the forehead and just.
As I roared like a majestic animal, not screamed like a girl.
No, you were screaming.
But
you were screaming like a little girl.
And flew through, flying like Superman.
No.
Okay.
No.
Tumbling.
Yep, tumbling
through the
and
void.
feared. Stood void.
Okay.
And the void of bright colors, and then once that void that explosion kind of happened, that individual was gone, and so were the women. And that's actually where we're going to start off.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Wow. So wait, correct me on that. It was actually Draven who got knocked into it, but he also had the bare hands, or was the individual
Draven's hands were like full-size grizzly bear hands on a gnome.
Okay.
Yeah. Replaced.
Yeah.
Normal
and the
bear hands.
Okay.
Yeah. It just looks for donk.
So he had that and then got thrown into this other dimension.
Yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
This is a latter form of him, right?
Yeah.
Like that's later on.
Yep.
That's after he's lost it.
Yeah, and for those who have watched, now you know the origin story of Bare Hands from Fatastic Time. So.
That is great.
Easter eggs.
Yeah. So, you guys just saw that happen.
Mm-hmm.
and so the whole bar just went.
And was it enough to like stop the ogre and everything? Because I know we were jamming like really hard.
Well, actually, you're probably into it. So did you even see that happen? I'll leave that up to you.
Perception check.
Yeah, you could do a perception if you wanted to.
Okay. I'll do a perception.
Okay, you just have to roll over an 11. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Because 10,
Yep.
but 11, you're just like, okay, I'm actually paying attention.
I was watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, so I definitely saw it. I'm just there like, what they put in this drink.
No, I definitely didn't see it.
Oh, no.
I was -1 in perception. I got a 9, so I was an 8 right now.
Okay, so you're actually like so focused in, you're getting like eye contact with the ogre. You're just like jamming, you're sweating how hard you're jamming. And then you just kind of turn around and you're like, everyone is like quiet and like not into it. You're like, oh no, what did we do? Like that's kind of your thought process.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. I'm like, no, is it something I played?
Yeah.
I thought it was so great. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna look over to Lyra to see, kind of be like, like, kind of like motion without saying words, like what's going on.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of standing there, like, just speechless, and I'm just pointing to where they were, and I'm like, that.
Oh, and on the table, there's actually like flower petals just kind of heaped on the top. And you're just like.
I'm just like,
And so Dart walks over there holding his tankard in his left hand, and just kind of he like flicks the flower petals around. He's like, and he just goes back and sits down next to you.
I'm like, what? Dart.
We're like, what happens now? Oh my God. Oh, so I guess after seeing her pointing and in shock, eventually I kind of turn it down a little bit to my buddy and I tell the ogre, hey, can you take it from here for a little bit? I'm going to go figure out what's going on.
Okay, so I'll keep doing my job.
Hey, I had a great time, bud. I'll be back. I want to continue this some other time. You have a gift. You have a gift.
Okay.
And I pat him on the shoulder and said, you have a gift. And I look him in the eye and then I keep
busy.
walking. And so then I come over to Lyra and I basically ask her like, "What gives? What's going on?" We were doing great, and then it got really awkward partway through apparently.
And I'm like, really just dumbfounded. I'm like, well, the
am
elf.
One sec, am I thinking of this right? That like her eyes are kind of like a cat when they've had
Yeah.
like catnip. She's like, just,
Yes, like
Just
that's what-
ears back,
Yep.
like.
Eyes like super big.
That's what I'm imagining. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that.
And
Okay,
I'm just
all right.
like, there was an elf, and then they got in a fight, and then his hands turned into bear claws, and then they disappeared through a portal. Yep. And then they're gone. He's gone, and he doesn't have hands. He's got bear claws, and I need another drink, and I turn around and go to the bar.
And I sit down and process it for a little bit, and I'm like, anybody else but Draven, I might be slightly, I'd be surprised, but for the short time I knew that individual. Yeah, I guess. And I hold a drink, get a drink, and I say, go over. I'm like, I guess to Draven. I'm so confused. I'm like, I just drink it. I don't know what to do. And then I go over back to Dart, and kind of just like sitting there. I'm still kind of very like also freaked out by this individual and what I was shown in my mind, but I'm also like kind of trying to look for like some kind of like so yeah, that just happened, huh?
And then in your mind, of course, you hear, mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's it.
I'm like, so what do we do?
Yeah.
Do we get his payment for the
Yeah.
time?
Actually, yeah. You both hear that, like, I'll
Oh,
talk to
okay.
Leg about it, splitting it.
Okay.
Lemons, lemonade, that kind of thing. And we're all just sitting there drinking our drinks quietly for a bit, reflecting on everything that just happened.
Yep. And so, like, the table does get cleared off, and they're really careful with the pedals. They're using like a broom handle to push them off into a bucket, and they're like, "What do we do with the pedals in the bucket? Do we just bring them in the men's room? It might smell better." And so, like, how long do you guys stay at the tavern? Do you kind of?
Oh, I'd probably turn in pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Trying to get out of
I
there.
don't know if I want to be in this place much longer. There's a lot of stuff that happened here in a short time.
Okay, but before you leave, a guy runs out of the bathroom like buttoning himself up. He's like, "I don't know what happened." And, like, there's like vines growing out of the bathroom. Ah!
Okay, we gotta go. Great time. Thank you. I was like, nope. Oh man. I feel like after leaving that place, are you turning in for the night, Lyra? Are you done? Are you gonna go find Are we finding lodging and just like crashing until we figure out what to do next? Is that the game plan?
Yeah, I'm done. I gotta take a cat nap after that.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Gonna get all
I mean-
the cat funds.
I guess my mind's a little wandering, so I feel like just to take it off a little bit, I know before I feel like I had seen there were like little fight pits going on or something like that. I thought I would go watch one just to take my mind off before going back to the lodging because stuff went down.
There definitely is one. Do you follow him, or do you go? Because Dart will lead you to a place that you can go to.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn in.
Okay. He actually pays for your room.
Aw.
Yep. And then
Thank
he just
you,
kind of sits down in the he lets you know where
Okay, good.
that is, but he sits down and like his great sword is like jammed in the ground like ahead of him, and he's just sitting there like at the base of the steps. Like
I'm just
you're like,
okay. Good night, I guess.
and he's just like. So you you can kind of still hear them. They're not as lively as they were, but they're kind of getting to, like, do you want to go to a louder one or a quieter one? Just because that's how you're going to kind of find out where they are.
I mean, I would imagine I want to distract my mind for the bit, so I'd take the louder distraction. I
Okay.
want to hear the most, at people where you see the most crowd, the most excitement. That's where you want to
Okay.
go the most.
Well,
I'll go to
Okay, you go to the lively one, and it kind of snakes around a little bit in different alleyways, and then you're like, that looks like a cage dome. That's cool.
oh gosh.
And there's a pit in the ground. Oh. Oh. Ooh. There are big things fighting down there.
Oh my gosh.
And there's arcane braziers that are around the pit underneath, so you can actually kind of see what's going on. There's a stone golem fighting. It looks like it could be an owl bear, but it doesn't look right. And they're just like grabbing each other, throwing each other back, and then there's just roll a perception and see what else you see down there.
I see nothing.
You might want some new dice,
I see
dude.
nothing.
You're
Like
like,
blind.
wow, that's crazy.
What did you roll?
I'm just so tripped out by that first thing.
Well, what did you roll? What's the numbers?
2.
A 2? Is that what you actually rolled?
I got a 3, and I technically have.
You have a minus 1.
1 to my wisdom, so.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Cool. So, you're just like, I'm just seeing these 10 to 14 foot tall individuals just slapping each other around. This is awesome. Like, people are cheering, and like there's people like that brought their own tankards and like are slowly slurping and like just spilling over themselves because they're just like, wow. It's kind of like a monster truck rally. You just kind of like zone into the destruction. Because there's like different objects in there that seem to be put in there purposely just to be destroyed.
Yeah.
So, and like the owlbear, what you think is an owlbear, definitely gets worn down because the golem will not get exhausted.
No.
So, and then so it.
All right.
What was that?
Do I see people betting? Do I see people like throwing in bets and doing stuff, or is it just purely like entertainment, like enjoying purposes?
Well, the moment right now, you're thinking that the bets were already in. Yeah.
Got it.
But you watch for actually a few minutes, and then the owlbear just kind of like lulls to like a knee, and then just kind of falls to the side, and the golem goes up and just and just starts stepping back and just steps against the wall.
Oh.
And then there's like doors that kind of open, and like these individuals run in. And, like one guy like pokes it with a stick. Okay. They wrap it with ropes and stuff, and then they start dragging it out. Wasn't that amazing, everyone? Well, it is like 3 a.m. I don't blame you guys. It's all right.
That was amazing.
We do have another bout. So if you're leaving, all right. Bye. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess
This is awesome.
He's just good. We're gonna have the golem fight something else. Just literally, people are just like,
You're doing
forget
great."
this. Do you want to stay and watch the golem fight again?
I mean, I kind of look and I kind of feel bad for the guy, like that people are leaving. So I mean, like I just want to see what comes out next.
Okay.
And then if it doesn't match up, if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do it in a way that he doesn't see me leave. because I just said all those good things about
Okay.
him. I know.
Okay. Awesome. All
So I want
right.
to see if it's an interesting fight, and if it is an interesting fight, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Well, you start hearing like slamming, and like, and then doors open, and you hear there's like
Ooh.
an 8-foot spherical thing with a giant mouth, and then these weird tentacles slapping around, and it's got 3 legs.
Oh my gosh.
And as it opens its mouth, it goes and just starts charging at the golem that just activates and just runs up and just haymakers the thing. So who are you betting for? He's literally just standing next to you. It's just you two guys.
Oh, it's just me and him.
Yeah, everybody literally left. Yeah.
Well, I say, can I get a feel for this guy? Can I size him up? What does he look like? Was he?
Well, he's a human. He's got a ridiculously large mustache. Roll an insight. First off.
Okay. Let me see here. Insight. I'm on a roll, y'all. I'm doing great. I got a 6. I'm very intuitive. When it
Okay,
comes
you
to-
are like you're like, man, this guy's mustache.
Dude, I was distracted by his mustache.
Yeah,
I got
you-
a little bit of mustache envy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so he actually like has a soul patch that is like braided. Like
Okay.
you're just like, man, he's wanting to be a dwarf or something. That's what's going on. You've got that weird like. Did he like is he like picking up that kind of culture or something? You've got those thoughts coming in your head. He's like he's got kind of sunken in cheeks a little bit. That's kind of all right. You'd think with this he'd eat better or something. So like that's the kind of thoughts you're just running through reading this guy. Like, but you're like, man, this guy's kind of cool. He's like literally just like, and he's like, well, do you wanna taking bets on the big scary monster thing or the golem? You know, just
I mean, and I better make sure. What did we start out with gold? Because I know there was a starting one for the classes that we have, but I don't know what our starting point was, any money wise.
I think you had about. I think you had like 15.
15. Okay.
I think.
I'll look at him and I'll be like, I had a great time tonight. I'm just kind of chilling, but I got to give it to the golem. I'll throw in 5 gold for the golem.
5. Okay.
Wow. Big better.
All right. Lad.
Big money.
He's like,
I'm not very wise. My score is a -1, so I'm like, sometimes I'm like, like those people who visit other countries and they're paying for something and they're like
$40.
Yep.
Is
You're like,
enough money? And it's like they're giving like the equivalent like $500 for something that's like 20.
Yep.
I'd be like, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't want to insult him, so I'm like, 5. Yeah, 5 gold. 5.
yeah. So the way they describe in D&D books and stuff, like 1 gold. Do you remember what that is?
Yes. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's welfare for like I could buy a lot with 5 gold. I know that much.
Yeah.
As far as monetarily versus like value.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, all right. And so like you're watching the that creature like uses its tentacles and like grabs it's like a stone golem and like drags it and slams it against the wall and it turns and each blow is like the shock kind of reverberates out and is like shaking the cage. But the golem actually gets brought up and then slammed, and then the thing's mouth starts engulfing the golem. And right about now, you're starting to smell what this creature actually smells like. It is worse than septic. It is when it was getting hit, things were splashing up, and Actually, just roll it like a
Yeah, I was
dexterity.
gonna say, do I know what this thing is? Can I?
Roll a. That'd be nature or arcana.
Okay, whatever's better. Okay, well they're both the same, so let's go.
Alrighty then.
Most likely out of
Hopefully.
I got a 5.
and
Oh,
dexterity.
poor Jack. He just got thrown off.
I'm on it.
Like-
Yeah.
That just traumatized him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude. I'm still thinking of Rhaegar's like in my brain, man. I saw all of it happen. All through the ages. Oh, dang. Everything. I'm just trying to watch a fight. Okay, yeah.
Yep. And you're just like, what is this thing? This is terrifying. Man, this smells horrible. And the golem is just getting wrecked. And like getting.
I want to yell out.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm yelling angrily at this thing because I don't want to lose my gold.
Yep.
I'm like, you literally are a piece of crap. You are. And I want to also, if this is possible,
Oh, no.
this is mockery, like, as to hurt it.
Okay.
Like in some way,
Okay.
you know, but I'm layering it under, like, I'm getting mad because I don't want to lose my bet, you know?
Okay.
Freaking Doris.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why I'm going so far. This is just so fun. I'm sorry. I'll go to my room after, but this is so engaging.
I keep forgetting how to spell this one. Oh.
But I want it to be, like, known that I'm just yelling. Like, on the surface, it's like, it seems like I'm just, like, getting mad, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of, ugh. So I can't be held like thoughtful, you know?
Oh my gosh.
I like how polite his vicious mockery is. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
stinker.
Yep.
You
You
head.
are... You are a butthead. You're a butthead.
Yeah.
You smell
You're
like
butthead.
Your mother didn't teach you manners. All that. Yeah.
You're not
So-
invited to my birthday party.
Yeah. I don't know if I threw stuff off. So it's sorry.
It's okay. It's
I was-
okay.
It's,
I
I'm
have
so
trouble.
immersed.
How do I say that?
What? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So what do I have to do a saving throw to because you did a vicious mockery?
Yes, so it says you release a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see with range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of
Okay.
its next.
What's your spell save DC?
Yeah.
My spell save DC is 15.
Okay. This creature, which does not have eyes, at least it doesn't seem to, and then one of the tentacles like whips up and like opens up and like there's an eye in it, and it's like the pupil like is like moving like liquidy
Oh,
and like goes bloodshot for a second. Roll your damage.
okay. Yeah, come on, buddy. It's on the heart of
No.
Rhaegar, man. I don't care. Okay, let me see here. I think I said 1d4, yeah.
Yep.
Let me see. Come on. Okay, 2.
2 damage. So it kind of shakes a little bit and then has disadvantage on its next attack, was it?
Yes, disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Come on, Gollum. Come on, Gollum.
Oh boy. Okay then. All right. So
Come on, buddy.
the golems.
Pressure.
So it opens up its giant maw and tries to bite onto the golem, which it barely kind of shifts back, and you hear a as it misses, and the golem tries to rear back with its left to give it a good hook, but loses its balance and just and slams its fist into the wall. And the smell just keeps getting worse and
Do
worse.
I hear the guy saying his name? Is there like, does he have nicknames for these things? Do I hear him talking? What's this guy doing next to me? Is he just chilling?
Yeah, he's just watching it, and it looks like he's like drinking from a flask.
Okay. Okay. Did he? And he didn't like notice me doing anything, right?
Well, he's just
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
you kind of you're the vibe you're kind of getting is kind of like a carny watching the ride that he has to turn on every single time. Yeah, he's like, well,
Okay.
it slapped it again.
I'm gonna keep yelling at it then. If there's, I said I'm gonna yell out just like once again, like I'm getting frustrated at this match. I'm gonna yell out, "You are not loved, and you will never will be loved. Nothing and no one will love you. Everyone hates you, and they wish you were dead." And I'm gonna try to throw some more psychic damage at it.
All right, then.
I'm making now. I'm aware. I'm trying to look to see that, like, I'm not like blatantly like, hey, this guy is messing with stuff. But I want it to be. I'm looking to see if the coast is like clear, and I'm gonna keep yelling that I'm mad, and also some mockery comes at it.
Okay.
Can I do that slightly? Can I even deceptively do this? Is this even possible, or am I like blatantly just like shooting a gun with my words into the...
Okay, so the way I imagine like vicious mockery is you're, because it's verbal and somatic, right?
Yeah. Let me see here before I say that.
Just
Let me pull
against the
it
cage, going, "You suck."
You suck.
No one likes
Okay. It is enchantment. Where am I supposed to be? Casting time, 1 action, range 60 feet. Components verbal.
It's just verbal.
Just verbal.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that to actually notice if magic is happening, you've got to be pretty much trained in that personally, or kind of associated with. And this guy, he doesn't give a care. So you're just getting that vibe. He's just like, you're kind of guessing that people have done other stuff. And so, yeah.
Okay, so then I yell out and I do a little vicious mockery. What I had repeated about not being loved and then never be loved, and that everybody wished it was just dead.
Okay.
All that kind of stuff.
All right then.
And also, did I roll to see if I even because I know I did the roll beforehand about the other creatures down there. Did I roll to see what this thing was, if I had any knowledge?
Yeah,
Did I do that?
Well, that's you just roll. You did roll to see what this thing was, and you have no clue. That was the Arcana or Nature.
Gotcha. Okay, I apologize. I got mixed up. Okay.
It's okay.
Cool.
It's okay.
I'll roll another little damage here.
Okay.
Well, first off, the spell save to 15. All right.
Yep. He failed that.
Oh, come on, dude. I don't know his name. I'm gonna call him Thomas. This guy's name is Thomas. The stone golem. The engine that could. Come on, Thomas. You got this, Thomas. I hit you with 2 again. 2.
Okay. He rolled with disadvantage.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sure.
Yep. And so, as it's using its tentacle and trying to whip Thomas,
Yes.
Thomas kind of goes down and just like kind of drops down quick, and that tentacle whips around as the eye is open, swings around, it slaps itself like in the mouth as it crunches down, lopping off the end of its own tentacle.
Oh!
And it starts roaring and screaming out, and it's flailing its tentacle around. Its ichor is just kind of flailing around in that thing. And you thought it smelled bad before. You thought it smelled bad before, but you're like, how can its insides smell worse than its outsides? And it's going around. You need to roll a dex save.
I was gonna start covering my nose.
First off, it's a dex save, and then we're gonna do a con.
Oh my gosh.
This face.
Throw it away. Throw that dice away.
Trade this one. These things are sucking for me right now. I got 5. That's with modifiers.
Okay then.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Changing my dice. These
Roll
ones
to
are
see if your
terrible.
mouth was open.
I know. I was. Oh no. Oh.
You
Okay.
saw.
So am I doing a constitution?
Yes.
Okay. Come on. If there was a time to not have this happen, it'd be now. I don't want to pass out this fight or oh god.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Oh.
I got an 8.
My new dice.
Yeah.
All new
This is
dice.
the new dice. Oh my gosh. This is frustrating. Oh.
Use
Okay.
those for Conan.
Okay, I'm sending you a picture of what it is.
Oh gosh. Let me see this. Let me see here. I just received it. Oh gosh. Gosh. That's nightmare. That's ugly. It's in trash. It's in garbage.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Literally in garbage. Okay. And I see the eyes. So it chopped off, and I'm
It's-
like,
Yeah.
okay, well tell me
And
what
you-
happens to me
yeah.
now.
So as it's going around, the guy there like ducks down, like he grabs his flask, he kind of tips his head up, and he like hoods. He just kind of goes like this. Ooh! And when he does that, you kind of glance just for a second. Oh.
Oh.
Like right over your face.
Oh, God.
And you just automatically start purging everything you had. Yeah, so you're just like, and then you glance up for a second. You suck.
Is it
You're-
like projectile vomit
Yes.
too? Like,
Oh.
coming
Yeah.
straight-
Yes.
Right?
And it's like, but your skin is like burning, like how vinegar feels like on your skin, and then it just started getting worse and worse, and you're trying to get it off, and now your hands hurt, and you're just like, oh my god, and you're still hearing the concussive ooh, 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 and hearing the roars.
I'm sure I have water skin. If I have some water in there, can I try to rub it on I'll wash my hands.
Yeah, roll. Let's see here.
I want to watch this fight, man. Nothing's gonna stop me. Even
Okay.
even all of my food being gone.
Okay,
my bowels being empty.
you're kind of covered on your front. You're like pouring it, and you're getting it you're trying to get it in your eyes, and you can start to see them like fighting.
Yeah.
And the creature looks like it's kind of backing away, and Thomas is like pounding it into the corner, and you're like dumping the water. Yeah.
Burning and also gagging still.
Yeah, but then you're having the realization you're just watered down this nasty stuff, and it's going over you even farther, like soaking into your clothes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to wipe. Oh my gosh! I look at the guy. You help!
He's like, he just starts pouring like the little bit of less he has his flask. He's like,
Screw you. So I'm still trying to trying to wipe myself. I don't know, man, how to get clean right now. This is bad.
Stop.
I'm gonna try to get myself in a manner where even if I'm not comfortable, just enough to just see how this fight ends, and then I'm gonna book I just want to see how the fight ends. I'm just trying to hold it together.
Okay, so you're grabbing on the bars themselves, and you're just like you got the dry heaves going, and you're just like, if I throw up, I'm gonna throw up on the monster. Like that's that your subconscious is like that. You're like, go Tom. And he's over there like dry heaving, like just shoot close.
He's throwing up because he's being beat.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great. Okay. So we're still watching this.
Yeah, like out of the corner of it, your eyes are like watering. You're just like, and like if the smell wasn't there, this would be like one epic cool kaiju fight. But it's just it smells so bad, and like Thomas is covered in this blackish green tar like ichor, and it like as he keeps swinging and the monster that he keeps hitting just kind of lulls down, and then and he starts stepping back, and when you can see like heat fumes from like manure, that's happening now from Thomas and the creature, because it's gotten worse. Somehow the smell has gotten worse. And so
I'm trying to cover myself up as best as I can.
Yeah, with your shirt that you've got vomit on and wash.
Yep. I have no peace either way.
Yep.
I try to put it on my arm, trying to put something that's not been vomited on, hopefully or.
So Thomas did win. So the guy kind of starts walking over to you as you see the guys open the doors, and all the guys are like, oh!
I want to tell him as I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, can I give you a little piece of advice?
What?
Maybe don't have that guy. Nobody's. Why did I just pay me, man? I don't know.
Here you go. So you get an additional 5 gold because he was the only one betting.
Have a good night. I'm I'm trying to get I'm just gonna book it. I'm I don't know if they have a cleaning. I'm sure they have bathrooms or something at this lodge, but I'm gonna try to go to the direction that Art told me.
Okay, so roll a survival or just roll a survival.
Okay. Come on, buddy. I'm covered in vomit.
Yeah.
How long you go?
And other drugs. I'm gonna get home.
It's this way. This way.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna mess with me, man. I smell terrible. I look terrible.
Sir, do you need? Oh my! Oh no.
You said a survival or a what?
Actually, just a survival because a nature wouldn't help you in town. So.
9. Getting up there. I'm getting almost to the double digits.
You totally, or you're like, I am going to the right place. I am going to the. I am by warehouses.
Oh
no.
You're just,
No.
And you're just then it's kind of hitting you near the bottom of your okay, what are you wearing?
Okay.
Yeah, so your leather armor right above your belt buckle has started to dry, so you've got crusties.
Oh.
You're like,
It's so uncomfortable.
Yep.
It's the most uncomfortable.
Yep.
Oh no.
And then,
so I'm looking for somebody who can help me, authority, any kind of person that looks like.
Okay, so
they know what they're
it's like almost 4 a.m. in a warehouse district in a city underneath a city.
Oh.
Roll a perception. Or an investigation. I'm gonna give you because you're just.
I'm just a little babe in the woods. Okay. Let's see. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Okay. 17 on investigation.
17. Okay,
Wow, okay.
you're going through this warehouse district, and you're like, okay, that's a weird building. You're kind of patting yourself off. You're kicking dirt up and like kind of walking into the dust. Like, okay, I hope this works. I hope this works. And then you see there's a guy like kind of wrapped up in blankets. Like, oh, there's a homeless guy won't like turn me away. So you just go to him.
And then I come up to him and I go, excuse me, sir, this is a official fleet business. I'm looking for the lodging. Excuse me, sir. And is he waking up when I'm talking to him?
Oh yeah, he's waking up. You pretty much just, the only reason you knew it was a person is just because the way that the blankets are over, it looked like a humanoid under the blankets. And as the head kind of turns towards you, the main thing that stands out to you is like the blackest eyes you've ever seen, like underneath this hood.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm here to find, of course, the fleet. I'm trying to find. Did I get the name of the lodging? Dart gave me instructions and directions. And
yeah, it's the lodge.
The lodge. I'm looking for the lodge. Can you help me out?
And from underneath the blanket, it's like an index finger starts coming out from it.
I'm gonna step back a little bit.
And it's like, it's like a long black fingernail, like 3 inches.
Oh.
And then the white index finger that's close to 8 inches long just kind of points in a direction, and then you start seeing the knuckles of the hand underneath.
Oh, okay.
And then kind of goes back under.
Okay, I bid you adieu. Thank you. I apologize for interrupting you. Have a great rest of your morning, night. Morning. And I walk off.
All right.
Toward his direction.
Okay, towards where you pointed? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And
unless you like. I'm not wise. My guy is not wise. Okay, not wise. Keep going.
Trust in anybody.
I just want to get home, man. The allure of that pit like went down really quick, and when I got covered in gunk, man.
Okay, so it takes you like 10-15 minutes, and you come to a place that actually has the lodge, like inscribed above it. You're like, oh, that real off. And then through the front windows, you actually see Dart sitting in a chair with his greatsword. He looks like he's just like a statue sitting there.
Okay, so I walk in and I just kind of impatient. I'm like, which one? Which room? Which room? And I'm kind of like out of it, like I'm done. Like
the person at the front
and
desk.
I'm thinking it really aggressively in my mind. Which room?
Yep. Okay, the individual at the desk is a very, very portly dwarf, like same height as width.
Oh.
Bald mostly, but like then just like braids, like 2 braids, like one here and here, like triangle right there, and then like a braided mustache that goes into a beard, but the beard isn't on his cheeks, right? It's like a neck beard and like a chin and mustache. So like it's like a goatee and neck beard. That's he's like,
that's a lovely combo.
And he's definitely been eating like some sort of fruit that is just kind of all over him. And he's eating, and then you step in and he's like, ugh.
I know. I'm sorry. I have a room here. I'm with Dart. I just need to find the rostrum. I don't want to interrupt your meal I just want to get this over with. All right. I'm sorry. Don't throw up.
Number 5.
No 5. Okay. I'm going. I run upstairs before I make this guy like lose it.
All right. So there's a little wash basin in your room.
Okay. I'm gonna clean the ever living heck out of myself as best as I can in that little wash basin, like little whatever I gotta do.
You're just like splashing the water, and then All right, so and you go to sleep. It's about you feel about it's about like 5 o'clock in the morning. You feel like
Yeah.
you've kind of got the smell down. So you've got your stuff kind of hanging up in your room.
Yes.
Okay, then you go to bed.
I'm like, I just kind of like think about everything that happened, and then I'm just like, I'm just gonna try to forget it all and go to bed. I won. I just think of Thomas before I go to bed. No, I think of the ogre and I think of Thomas because despite me letting myself down, they never let me down.
Okay.
So and then I bed.
Okay, so your dreamscape is it definitely starts with like you're seeing yourself as Thomas, like just pounding like different things, and then like out of the corner of your eye you see the purple flaming skull to your right, and then another one to your left. And then what you're hitting gets engulfed in purple flame, and then in front of you there's just a field of bleached skulls.
Oh my gosh!
And then
Wow.
out of it, like standing upright, like emerges Darked, and then his armor melts away into that creature that gave off that horrible smell, and it just kind of like waves over you. And that's what you'd wake up to. Now your dreamscape. Yeah.
Start gagging.
Well, actually, when you wake up, you're hearing people in the other rooms like swearing.
No! Oh God!
Yep,
I'm gonna
one like the person to your right, you're like they wake up. Oh!
I'm gonna try to put on my clothes and like get all my stuff and get out of that room like like go wait outside.
Well,
I'm literally just gonna grab everything and get out of there.
What spells do you have?
I have
Like cantrips and stuff.
I looked for something to help me. I have minor illusion, vicious mockery, charm person, fairy fire, healing word, and unseen servant.
Okay. None of those helped us. Okay. So you book it out, and like you're actually seeing people like get out of their rooms like barely dressed, like and like when they hit like once they hit the hallway, when you do, it like gets worse. Their eyes start watering and their like noses are running like, oh God, what's going on? So
I just is Dart down in the lobby still just chilling?
Yep.
Okay, I explained to him in my brain, I'm just gonna be waiting outside. Is there somewhere I can actually get clean?
Yes.
I'll explain it all later. I'm sorry. I just need to know.
Just stand out there.
Okay, we'll do. And I just take everything and I wait outside.
Okay, and you're hearing it, like the commotion, and then I'm guessing you're gonna wake up far after he would.
I had a terrible
Unless
night.
I smell it.
Oh, you smell it. You're just like,
Some cat senses.
yep. So you're just kind of hightail it out.
Yeah, I'm probably definitely like
Okay.
trying not to hack up an airball.
Okay, and Dark actually kind of informs you, stay on the other side over there.
Like, oh my God, what happened?
Oh wow.
And so you're led back to the mansion. And before you enter, like Dark just has you kind of stay back for a little bit, and he comes back out with 2 buckets of water, and he just. I don't have a nose. Do you smell better yet? Nope. Okay. So he goes back in, he goes back in, and then he comes out with a sack, and then he gives you these directions to a bathhouse.
Okay. And
he's
like my face is just completely embarrassed, like
Yep.
dejected and embarrassed and
yeah,
all of that.
and then you're handed this sack, and you look into it, and it's like mainly platinum.
Oh my gosh.
That's-
Okay.
That's for compensation for them helping you. So just go.
I'm gonna, as I'm walking over there, I'm gonna rub it like all over my body so that nobody would even think about wanting to take it. Like,
Okay.
it smells so bad, and like nobody would want this. I'm just
Okay.
gonna rub it over, just to like prove
Okay.
to it, like somebody
All
wants to mess with me.
Okay.
My stinky. Okay.
Okay,
I'll
so
head toward, yeah.
and the like you've got like white columns, and the veining of it is like this blue, like beautiful color blue, and there's like harps playing as you're like walking up, like, oh cool, bathhouse. And then
Yeah.
inside it seems way larger, and like even through the horrible smell that has changed your sense of smell probably for the rest of your life. You're smelling like lavender to your right, like frankincense, and all like, wow, this is awesome. And then a woman walks up. Oh,
Just my a buddy of mine recommended you, and he told me this would be sufficient for
Well,
your
thank-
needs.
she grabs it, and it's like, ooh,
I
Thank
know.
you. This way.
I'm-
And first
and I'm
off,
walking like a dog with its tail between its legs.
Yep.
Like, I'm just like walking like really tight and really clinched and just walking really
Well, they-
fastly.
you're like, oh, I get to go to that big pool area that you're seeing in front of you. They kind of like
Yeah.
motion you to the right, and then you're going down this hallway, and then there's a group of people like throwing dust at you. It's like dusting you down. And then there's like these bigger buckets that are just like drenching you with water. You're like, oh gosh, what's good? And then there's like people fanning you and like dusting you again and dumping water. And like a person comes up and like sniffs, like, I don't know. But like through different like hallways of this car wash horror that you're going through, you do finally get to go and sit in a warm bath, and then they're like cleaning your clothes and stuff. But the 5 gold, they just kind of dumped out that you got.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
they're not gonna clean that.
I just kind of like resigned myself to like, okay, I'm back where I started. I didn't lose nothing. I didn't gain anything. I just
Well, no, that the 5, like you're 15, you're up to 20, but
Yeah,
there's 5 gold that smell different.
okay. Okay, so I have, and they're emitting like a strong smell still.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to. If there's anything, I'm gonna wrap them up as tightly as possible,
Okay.
and just put them wrap them in multiple. If I have any little pieces of cloth, just tie,
Okay.
just to feel that as best as I can.
Okay. Okay. So then you can make your way back to the mansion.
Yeah.
This has been the most awkward 2 hours of morning that you've had, and he comes back, and your hair actually looks like amazing. You're just like, because they took care of you, like after
Yeah.
they deloused you pretty much.
I go up to Dart and I say, I owe you one, or in my mind I say I owe you one, and then can follow the rest of the group to where we're going.
So while you were waiting for that, it was kind of you step into the mansion. You remember there's like a ballroom where these incorporeal things are dancing, and the music keeps changing. And Dark just was like, "Are you hungry?"
Like,
So he just kind of starts walking off, and if you want to follow him, you can.
yeah, I'll follow him.
And
I got
right before you
enough
step to this wall, this door kind of appears, and it splits in the middle, and there's like this long table, and he like pulls the chair out for you to sit. You sit down, and then as you sit, like platters kind of with food.
Oh, okay. Well, I might partake then.
Okay.
Opened cans of salmon.
Yeah. Like tuna cans. I'm like, okay, maybe I will. Don't
So-
mind if I don't.
So you've already probably like engorged yourself by the time he gets
Yeah.
there,
Mhm.
and so like you can have your breakfast. So there's like bacon wrapped bacon. That's what you need to do. And there is like, have you ever had like fish soup from Filipino fish soup is really awesome. It's like a breakfast soup. And so like the fish, I forget the name of it, but the fish is almost like a pork. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, for like the texture and stuff. Yeah.
Have a little bowl of milk.
Yeah. So after your breakfast, and I'm guessing after you clean your hands,
Yeah.
you're led to the library again, and Vleg is seated there, and Dark has explained that you are no longer 3 but 2. Well, do you recall what I was going to pay you?
Yes.
I want to see.
I don't remember. I was too busy being awesome.
What was like? No.
100.
It was like 50.
No. It wasn't that much.
25.
No one wrote it
Per
down.
person.
No.
Awesome.
Wait, maybe.
Any other notes? Okay.
No.
So each of you get 30 because you each were going to get 20, and someone's got split between the two of you.
Oh, wait.
Poor Draven, man. He just went to got punched into another dimension.
Yes, you did.
Man,
He was too awesome for this one.
Yep.
And then he'll go insane there.
Actually, yes. Yeah.
He loses his mind in the
Literally.
ultra.
Yep. Never the same.
Nope.
Never the same again.
Nope. Nowhere close to the same.
Maybe. But no.
No, probably not.
Probably not. It's probably like 12th level spell. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have some individuals coming in today, actually, that are going to be going to the Harbor of Woe, and they could use some help. So what I'll do, I'll set you up with one of the rooms upstairs, as I'm kind of chatting with them and figuring things out. I also have a meeting tonight too, so I sadly won't be able to have dinner with you. I do apologize, but Dark will take care of you, and you can definitely kind of like hear, like really back, just kind of like a growl, like he's having to babysit.
Okay.
So he leads you. So Dark kind of heads out, leads you upstairs into like this room with this divider in it. So like one side's yours and the other side's Jack's. He's like,
Am I back with them at this point?
Yes,
Or
yes,
at-
yes.
Okay, I was with them. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. And so there's in this room there's like different types of cards and stuff like that. You like pretty much like a game room, so you could like kill time. And Dark just he's like, I don't like this room.
Oh man.
We could go to a different tavern or something today and tomorrow. I'll just wait for Vleg to contact us. But you guys are both level 2 now. So, yes.
It's a up sound.
So you get after our session, you guys can level up to level 2, however you are doing that. But remember when you're doing your hit points, if you roll a 1 on your first time, you can re-roll a 1 because it really stinks to get a 1 hit point.
Yeah.
And we're rolling from the which dice?
His would be.
Well, yours
Yours is a D10.
Oh, I
Your
apologize.
bard.
It's based on whatever class it is,
Yes.
right? They have
Yes.
help. Got that's right. Yeah.
Yep. So I just wanted to make sure that I remember to tell you that. So, would you guys want to stay in that room pretty much the entire day, possibly the next one, or do you want to kind of go around to the town and things like that?
Well,
I-
I'm definitely gonna say, well, we're not going anywhere that Jack wants to go. So Jack,
And
if you
Yeah, I'm still sniffing myself, like just to make sure I'm like I know I was clean, but I'm still very self-conscious about it. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think Lyra would be still like she knows that they're supposed to help her out, but she's still trying to find information where she can.
Okay.
So I think she would feel really cooped up if she stayed in the room the whole time.
Okay.
So she's probably gonna explore a little bit.
Okay. These if there's anything you're looking for, if there's shops or anything, you both do have an additional 30 gold.
Okay. I would say, well, I know. I would like to look for something like or I could find a decently priced little hand crossbow, maybe.
That's easy enough to find. Are you just going for a regular crossbow or something fancier?
I don't have a lot to. Well, he said I have 20, and then I got 30, so I have 50 right now.
Yep.
I'd like to see either options just to kind of test. I want to scope out the market to know my options. So maybe I'll pass through a place. I would look at something fancier, but if it's out of my ballpark, I might go back to the regular.
Okay. Well, there's different. There's multiple different shops. There's like specifically magic shops that sell like different amulets and potions. Then there's like enchanted weapons specifically and armor. And you go in there, like you've got that vibe. You guys didn't make it. I don't know if you bought it, but you got it. Like that kind of vibe, kind of like a weird pawn shop feeling in there. But you're like, some of this stuff is really cool looking. And Dark is just kind of bringing he's like, there's regular hand like, are you going hand crossbow?
Yeah, something shorter I could possibly hold in one hand versus having those two.
More expensive.
Yep.
A lot more expensive.
Yep. What was that one?
No.
The cost of the hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow's 75, light
Yeah.
crossbow's 25.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay. While I'm looking at this, was Lyra doing something I didn't want to throw off her groove, what she was doing, what she was exploring? I don't want to
So you're asking around?
Yeah, so we're in like a marketplace, kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of maybe looking for like anyone that maybe looks like they would have like. I guess is this kind of like everyone looks like on the up and up? Like there's no like black market.
You are
Dealings.
in a black market. The
Oh.
whole town is like a black market.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're like surrounded by shady people, but
Okay.
they're not acting shady because like it's like an open
This
market.
is-
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
Just a bunch of crappy friends.
Yeah, well, I'm just kind of. Go back to Jack while I think about this. 'Cause-
Okay.
Okay. I want to make sure you're doing what you want to do. I'm guessing if so, their prices for even like you said, what is the prices they have for some of those? Just a hand crossbow.
Well, hand crossbow is like 75.
75. Yeah, that's a lot.
And then there's a guy that has like this forearm mounted one that like is hidden. He's just like, I'll give you a really good deal. Roll an insight though.
Okay. I'm so glad we're not in combat right now.
Aw.
I got a 2.
You're like, that thing looks like the coolest thing you've ever seen. It's like a leather gauntlet that has a crossbow mounted on the inside of the forearm, and you're like, that. And then all you have to do is flick your wrist, and it launches an arrow. He's like, you want to pay whatever he asks because you want it.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, what is he asking?
So, well, what do you got? What do you got on you? Like, what do you want to trade with some? Because usually I'd be asking around 200 gold, but I like you, you know? I'd maybe go like 150, maybe lower.
Man. Well, I'm gonna pull out the stinky money. This is I understand. I know this is the senses it hits you. This is actually very, very valuable money. If you don't know, this was actually taking money that was taken from the stomach of the beast from Kernak. Kernak. It's one of the very deadly beast, and it's I have one of these possessions. Is they're very valuable. I'm surprised I was even able to attain something this rare, but I got 5 pieces of gold from the street.
Roll a deception.
No.
Have you heard of the Beast of Kernak? It's a legendary.
With advantage. Have you roll again. I'm gonna change. Cause you.
Nope.
Okay, with advantage is 21.
Okay.
Aha!
So
God, I don't even know if I want this thing though. Oh no, my guy. But I'm not wise. I am not wise.
So this stinky money is like Beast of Kernak, huh?
Yeah, no, it came a great warrior. This Beast of Kernak was destroying the land from where I was from, and a great warrior. It terrorized us for years. Years.
Well,
I'm telling you, if you ask people around, they'll know the Beast of Kernak, man. That thing.
Like he glances at Dark, and Dark just kind of like nods, like he's like helping you out there.
Thanks.
Well, like I can part with it for like 50 gold if that's part of it, maybe.
Okay. There's 5 pieces though, bro. Come on. Like, I know you gave me a deal, but the reality is that, okay, if I have my buddy look at this, I want it. I want it. But if I have somebody else look at it, is this gonna fall apart on me? I'm out there. I'm out there. I'm risking my tail. We were down on the sewers doing some dirty stuff, man, having to deal with some some bad things. I need to make sure this thing is up to snuff, okay?
Roll a persuasion.
Okay. Dirty place doing dirty stuff, alright? I got a 1.
Why are you offering me this stuff? Like if you're not really wanting what I have to. to offer.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Let's just. Yeah. I'm gonna. In my mind, I'm gonna ask Dart. I'm gonna say, "Is this a stupid thing to do?"
The way
I'm just
you're.
gonna ask him as I'm like.
Okay.
I'm like, is this really bad idea? Because I've been on a ringer of really bad ideas for a bit now. I'm a little freaked out by. I'm saying all this in my mind to him. I'm a little freaked out by you still, but I just want to make sure. I seem like you got my back. I don't know. Is this stupid? Is this really really stupid?
That contraption looks pretty handy, but the way you're doing this, you're being an idiot.
Okay. Okay.
I was trying to help you because that thing looks pretty expensive, and you were just gonna get it for 50 gold, and part of that gold was smelly. So.
Okay.
Um.
So okay. Okay. So then I go back to him and say, you know what? It's hard for me to part ways with it, and I'm beating myself up for doing this because this is the pieces of gold from Karanak itself. But yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Why not?
All right.
This is real. My guy is -1 of wisdom. I'm playing that to the T. All right.
Yes, you are.
And he's minus everything right now, apparently, because he's very badly rolling.
Your rolls, I am astounded.
That means it's gonna like come back to me in a really great way when I really
Yep, that's how statistics work.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really hope so.
it can't remember this. It can't get any worse.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
sure.
That's
Yeah,
the
you're
right
right.
thing to say.
Yeah.
I'm saying it more to alleviate myself.
My gosh. Oh, I get to flip through all my...
All the preparation.
Yep. Great.
Mm-hmm.
It's not where I
While he's
remember.
looking, Lyra or Nikki,
Mhm.
at first I thought I was in this conversation, so I wasn't all the way listening to him because I thought I was out of there getting my back time going on. You guys met with him, Glaive, and he said that somebody was coming from the barrow, or what did they say? What? As for we're waiting for contacts from
It's from, they're going to take us to the Harbor of Woe.
the Harbor of Woe,
Yes.
and this is for another assignment, like for the fleet, like we're
Yeah.
working for them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was just making sure because I was like writing other stuff. Finally. Pay.
There you go. That's the item card.
Oh.
And you just realized it's not a crossbow.
Oh no. It's not. Oh no. What are you gonna? Sorry, wish you're gonna shoot there. Okay.
It's actually way cooler than a crossbow. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
it's a
actually
grappling
great, though.
hook.
Oh.
Oh, let me see something real quick. Okay, I don't have a minus to my dexterity, so this is beneficial. Okay. And so I kind of turned to like Dart, and I'm like, it's not a crossbow. Like in my mind,
He's like-
I say it.
It's what? He's like, it's not a crossbow?
No, it's not a crossbow, but it's pretty cool. I like it.
Oh,
It looks like it'd be beneficial and helpful to us.
oh my gosh. And like you're kind of, as you're kind of like walking fast away from it because you had that realization, you're like, this thing probably should have been bought for 200, maybe 400 gold. Let's get going. Let's get going as fast as we can.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like put it in my bag. I'm like, hey, have a great one. I don't even tell them my name. I don't like. I'm just like, bye.
Yep.
And
There you go.
Lyra was going to, like, she had a game plan that she's going to go out and, like, dig up some information.
Yeah.
But then she got out there and got really overwhelmed
Okay.
by everyone and realized that she had no idea what she was even asking for.
Okay.
So she kind of is just falling back with you guys, a little dejected and just kind of
Okay.
like,
Okay.
Halfway years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that's been like a 2-day kind of thing. Like you're going out early in the morning, and you've heard kind of a commotion in the library.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what the heck? It was, and it was weird. This morning you woke up and you were like walking and you ran into invisible things. Like invisible walls or furniture seemed to be around, and then it like would move in a second. So you didn't want to move. You didn't want to like move from your room, and then like 20 minutes after that, it was done. And then you heard the commotion in the library about like an hour later. You're like, okay.
Sure. And that's in correlation to us.
You're upstairs.
Upstairs above it.
Yep.
I mean, and it's just us two. And is it Dart still, or is it just us two?
Well, Dark is up there. In essence, he feels like he's babysitting, but he's there with you, and then next door, like that was yesterday when you went up and went shopping. So do you hightail it out of there after that invisible nonsense, or do you kind of stay in your room?
Can I like explore are we allowed to like go in the library and stuff? Or do we kinda...
Today he did request not to go in the library because he does have a meeting, but you can look around the rest of the house.
Yeah, I want to look around.
And we were bumping into invisible things, like
Yep.
stuff was, as we were walking through like the hall or areas, like walking through
Your room.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Does Dart know what's going on here?
He's like, I'm not standing up. I'm not moving. Some weird stuff.
Okay.
Well, I'm
But
going
they
to
said
try to
we're
explore the house.
Okay,
Like-
so after that weird situation and after the library uproar, you go down the steps and the gowns and the clothes of the incorporeal things keep changing color and the music keeps changing. To your left, going down the steps, is the giant golden double doors to the library.
Mm-hmm.
To your right, there's a large green door. Do you want to go that way? Or, okay. So you open that, and it's like a green room with, the stitching on a chair with like the buttons.
Yeah.
Well, the stitching's like gold, and it's like running up like curved walls. You're like, oh. And then there's lounging chairs that kind of match it, and you've got, and there's like cigar and pipe smoking stations and like hookahs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a smoking room, and so there's smoke slowly billowing up to that.
Is there any catnip?
What?
Is there any catnip?
Roll a perception.
Wow. Accommodating to all types of people.
Oh, well, I got a 6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That might be catnip.
Can't tell.
Do you want to try it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You grab the hook and that's not catnip. Oh.
Oh no.
Roll a con save.
Oh no, she's gonna pass out again.
18.
That was way better than catnip, but you withstood it.
Okay.
Your pupils are definitely dilated,
I'm
though.
grooving now.
Yep, you're like
Mm-hmm.
remembering.
Yep. All right.
So there are 3 other doors.
That's how I'm exploring the rest of the house.
All right, so there are 3 other doors. One is like a obsidian black.
Okay.
Then there's a gold and a silver door from this room.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the black door.
The black door.
Mhm.
You walk up to it and it like kind of dissipates like smoke as you're walking through, and then kind of goes back. And you're like in a cave now.
Ooh.
Like you're hearing dripping, and you're like seeing mushrooms that are growing on the walls.
Hmm.
Smelling the air, and you're like, these are like edible mushrooms.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
And you are high.
Yes.
And you're alone.
So roll a nature.
5.
I have
no.
I have smelled these mushrooms before. You're going up to ones that are kind of like slender, and then it just kind of they're like a white.
Mhm.
Do you eat one or just kind of leave it be?
Mm. Gotta do it. I gotta
Okay.
eat one.
All right.
YOLO.
No,
Roll-
technically not for me. There's 9 of them. So.
Oh,
Roll a con save.
Yo, no.
you know.
8.
8.
Mhm.
Oh no.
How do I describe the sensation
Oh god. Interval.
of the food of the gods?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how I can.
Well, mixed with other stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're feeling super warm.
Okay.
Then and you're still walking in this cave.
Mm.
And as you're walking in this cave, are you walking side? No, I'm not.
Mm. Man, I'm really going deeper into this cave, huh?
If that's the way you want to go, otherwise you can go the other way.
Oh.
Is it just it's just cave?
Well, there's different
Because
passageways and stuff, and it looks like there's different funguses that are growing on the different walls.
I think I'm gonna try to find my way back.
All right,
Cause I
roll a
wanna,
survival.
Cause I want to go to that silver
With
door if I
disadvantage.
can.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Yeah.
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 So what does that mean with disadvantage?
You gotta roll it again.
After
Yeah.
what
And
do
you take the
from bottom
smaller
one?
smaller number.
I got 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, you go. You're like, oh, this is totally the way. Those are really colorful mushrooms, and like some of them are like turning towards you, and you're hearing. Oh. And some of the caps are actually like opening up and blinking at you
Oh no.
as you're walking.
Oh. This is really trippy.
And so like as you're walking, you're like kind of walking in a spiral, it feels like,
Mhm.
down this tunnel, and it's getting, this tunnel's turning like a bright blue
Oh,
color.
man.
It smells amazing in this tunnel too.
Mm.
Like reminiscent of cotton candy.
Oh. So if I were to like try to like
Have
Oh.
someone,
talk to Dart mentally, could
Yeah.
you hear me?
we could try.
If I try. I'm sure.
So, like, are you just like standing in front of a wall?
Yeah.
Like,
Like like, hey, Dart, tried any of these mushrooms?
Oh boy. Roll. Oh my gosh. What can I even have you roll?
This is wild. We're
Roll-
getting into all kinds
roller-
of shenanigans.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage. They just
Okay, 13.
13. You just hear a guttural sigh. And about now what seems like an entire day you've been down here. It feels like a day, and you've actually like picked other mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like talking to them because they're talking to you. And Dart comes kind of behind you, and it looks like now what he sees is a tabaxi that's curled up on this giant mushroom, like this talking to mushrooms, just like with fungus dripping, and she's got like face paint that she's done herself. Hi, Dark.
Ah, these are my friends.
You ate the mushrooms right in the entrance, didn't you?
They're really good. You should
Follow,
try
follow,
one.
follow me.
Where's
so
it
you're
going?
so you're carrying your mushroom friends, and like at the same time you're like batting at like his cape that he's.
Uh-huh.
Stop it. So you make it back to your room, and so you've got your pile of
Mhm.
mushrooms. Jack, you can roll a nature or a a nature. Yeah.
To see if I
These
understand
mushrooms
what.
are
Yeah.
really good.
I got an 8.
You want
They-
one?
They like they look. Some of them look pretty colorful, but
This one's name is Jimmy.
it's all up to you, man.
Oh no! And I look at the state of her, and it's like, I mean,
Just
are you
giant, like-
are you having fun? Oh yeah, her eyes are like that big.
Yeah.
I'm like, usually I'm good, right? I'll pass. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll have to. I'm good.
Okay, so in that amount of time, it has kind of gone down a little bit.
Okay, a little bit.
A little bit, but
I just imagine her massive eyes. You want to try some, man?
You want
Take
a
her.
mushroom?
so I'm guessing are you gonna pocket those?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're staying with me.
All right, cool. All right, awesome. So later that evening, your Dart leads you to Vleg's library again,
Okay.
and Vleg is seated, and he does not look super happy.
Uh-oh.
And seated across from him is a hooded figure.
Mm.
Well, the individuals that came in were once 3 and now they're 1. Isn't that right, Caris?
Unfortunately, you're correct.
Yes. This is Jack and Nira. That's Darked. Looks like the 3 of you will be one of our main forces to take out the Harbor of Woe. So, and because of your old companions' escapades, I lost a large possible force to help you. So, got to figure that out now. So have fun introducing yourselves. He just stands up and like.
Can I add before? Are we getting more details of this place? This is very very mysterious.
So he sits back down. Sorry.
Yeah, I just need. You're sending us to a place that sounds very very bad, and I want to know what's going
It
down.
is. It is. The collective.
Yes.
Is of course a organization that is at odds with us. But the Harbor of Woe is their main slave port. They deal in all manner of humanoids and others, and we want to make that stop. We do have some individuals that are underground, some literally, some not. Just keeping eyes on the area. But we need some waves to happen. Some distraction.
So we're the distraction for you guys to shut this stuff down.
Yeah.
In order.
I did have a big deal with a large force that would come in and kind of help with that, but that got ruined today. It was like an invisible coffee table was in front of the dignitary, and he just fell over.
You don't know what that stuff is? That invisibility? We were sensing all that kind of stuff upstairs. What is
I know what it was.
I think it was those mushrooms.
It wasn't the mushrooms that would have. No, it's not the mushrooms.
Can I see Carissa's face, or is he like?
He's like, would you be hooded still, or?
It's gonna be halfway open. Like, I mean, are you gonna try really hard?
You're still.
Look.
You're.
Am I like coming down?
You're coming down, but you're.
I'm
well,
still a
okay,
little bit.
just so you know, the mushrooms that you ate are pretty much what the Vikings.
It's like the ayahuasca of the mushrooms.
Yep.
It's a long-lasting.
I wasn't even in this universe. So.
No. No.
You're on another plane of existence.
Yeah. But that was now put in consideration. You're walking in these tunnels, and you're guessing that was the weaker stuff. As you go. So the stuff that you have in your pouch might actually bring you to a different universe. So.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's colorful.
Oh, no. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying really hard to see your face.
So real awkward, like a cat would.
Yes.
Okay.
Are her eyes still massive?
Probably.
Are they still big? Okay.
Is she rolling against me, or like?
Well, you trying to?
Are you rolling a stealth?
Are you trying to like?
You can roll it stealth.
Hold your.
You're trying to turn more like.
Well, I mean, they know where I'm at,
Roll
so I'm
off.
not hidden.
It's like, you're still trying to stealth your face. I
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm.
Okay.
And you're just be perception or investigation.
Yeah, you don't see it. You need to be a 25.
Okay, well, I got a 12.
Oh, okay.
So.
Close. Very close. So the at the Harbor of Woe, actually with a few minutes left, So I'd like us ending where you're trying to see his face, so it's
Uh-huh.
all awkward, and Jack is just like checking himself, making sure he still doesn't smell, and
Yeah,
Dart is
like,
just like standing there, just like,
sure about it.
and then Dart's just kind of like standing
Definitely
behind,
my
like,
table is going up.
oh gosh, and I totally I want you guys to actually roll your hit points, so you can take. So yours is a D10, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think yours is a D8 for a bard.
Yeah, I
or-
believe so. I
Okay.
think it's a D8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, D8.
Okay.
D8. Okay. All right, let's roll these bad boys. He said if it's a 1, you can re-roll it.
Yep, the first one at least.
First one at least.
Uh-huh. Yep.
2.
Plus con
Yep.
is 2. So 4 total.
So you get 4 additional hit points. That's still better than.
Yeah.
And I got a 3 plus my, I guess plus my 1 of con, so
Yep.
that's 4. Oh,
Oh, cool.
All right.
alrighty. Wow.
1 lower HP. That's
So I have to go through all some of the living stuff. Let me change that.
Okay. So, do you guys have like other questions about? Well, there'll be a lot more in depth, like planning and things, of course, in the future. But
Well, what about the slaves that are there? What are you gonna do with them?
they'll be freed.
Okay.
Gonna try to get them back to where they came from or where they would want to go.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
What's the pay upon completion of this job?
Well, any of the collective that you dispatch appropriately, you of course always have dibs on their gear. Payment wise, we do have quite a few people to pay, but then he kind of looks down and at his desk quick. How's 500 stone for each of you?
Wow.
Platinum.
Yeah, that's sure.
Wow.
Sounds good.
I mean, yeah, it sounds great. If that's all right with our buddy here, and I kind of direct toward our mysterious Caris sitting to the side.
not necessary for me, sir.
Mm.
Well, we could just have a tab and maybe have trades to get you something fun. I don't know.
As you wish.
Always
Mm.
comfortable with you.
Will Dart be accompanying us, or is it just us 3 on our merry way?
Dart may come in a little bit later. We have a few other jobs that he needs to take care of, and you're still looking for someone, aren't you? So we want to make sure you find that individual, Dart. Because we always hold up our end of the bargain to our best of our ability. It's been an interesting few days, hasn't it, for everyone?
Oh, if you can say that again.
Don't
It's
go
been an
in
interesting few
that
days
black
for
door.
everyone, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I not wanting to question his seniority or anything. I said, "Yep."
If it happens again, can I kill these?
Whoa.
Look,
No,
Mr.
because
Hooded
we
dude.
would have done that with the other ones if that was the case.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
Okay.
He's talking about, we're about to embark on this job with this guy, and he's talking about, are you referring to us?
No.
I kind of like,
No.
is he lying?
Roll an insight.
Oh, gosh. I got 11.
11.
I'm lying.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm trusting you, Wharfmaster, but if this guy has intentions of talking about killing us or something, or what, I don't.
Yeah. Look.
What's the deal?
Flag.
He told
You're-
me no.
You're.
That's should be enough for you.
Nah, you're gonna be at our back, man. I gotta know that I'm not gonna get. I just need a little bit more. We're putting our lives at risk for this. I need to understand what happened to his last team. If we're gonna be embarking on this, I need to know what happened to this.
All right. And you'll find out next session.
Oh, this mysterious hooded individual. Bro, your cameo, okay? We got so sidetracked on our whole me especially.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm
Holy
so
cow.
sorry.
That's awesome. It was awesome.
I had a great time, but I was like, when's Chris coming in here?
Well, I knew when he was, and I'm just like, let's see how long it takes to get there.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. So we'll see everyone next time.
Yep.